Hi guys, how's everyone doing? My name is Lexi and welcome to my channel. Today I will be doing something different. Rather than narrating what I'm doing in my Sims 4 build today, I will be talking about its inspiration and story behind it. So stick around if you guys want something spooky. This program contains sensitive and potentially distressing content that may not be suitable for all viewers. The program contains discussions or depictions of sensitive topics. While we aim to handle these topics with sensitivity and respect, we understand that they can be difficult to watch. Please be advised that some scenes may be edited or modified to reduce the impact of graphic content, but the program may still contain challenging material. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. On today's very first episode of Crime and Fright Stories of Paranormal and Mysteries of the Philippines, we will be talking about the Balete Drive. But first, what even is a baleta? Balete trees are endemic to the Philippines, meaning it is native here. The only place where you will see a balete tree is in the Philippines. It came from the genus Ficus, characterized by large, thick, or stiff leaves. It has white or yellow latex. Balete trees germinate from seeds that are distributed by birds at the top of another tree, which will be its host. Essentially, a balete tree is a hemi-epiphyte. It needs to grow two hosts. While arguably epiphytes are technically parasites, I'll let you guys decide on your own. The way a balete tree grows its beautiful vines around the trunks and branches of its host tree is by entrapping and wrapping itself on it, eventually killing the host through suffocation. Sounds kind of like a parasite to me. We used to have this really big baleta tree in our grade school. Back then, we never really thought much of it. Although talks about a duende or a Filipino mix between elves and dwarves circulated around the campus, mainly by students and teachers, it never really stopped us from sitting on the big roots of its host trees when red ants weren't in season. We kind of just enjoy our lunches there. Much is to say about the balete tree, but one thing is for sure, us Filipinos see the balete tree as a symbol of paranormal and ethereal beings. A famous place where a big balete tree used to be is Balete Drive, a road in Quezon City where a famous white lady, a lady ghost dressed in, well, white, roam to this day. Now, regarding the Balete tree, I'm not quite sure if it's still there yet, because quite frankly, when I used to study around the area, I didn't care much about the scenery when my stepdad drove me to school. Some sources say it's not there anymore, but lots of other smaller Balete trees remain. But legends of the lady still lives on. Balete Drive was constructed in the early 19th century, but it wasn't paved until the 1970s. But legends came decades prior. Now let's talk about the origins of the myth surrounding Balete Drive. There are many theories of how the White Lady met her fate. Some say it was a girl in a taxi going home from university, or she was abducted by an unknown person. And well, for reasons that might get my account in trouble, I'll just say she was taken advantage of. Her body was then buried or thrown by the tree. Others say that the White Lady is a malignant spirit who preys on the men. Others say she was a victim of the A word, which met her fate at the Baleta tree, where she now haunts. Some even say that she was a victim of a hit and run accident and unalived around the area where the tree used to stand. An interesting origin story is about a maiden who used to live in one of the houses in Baleta Drive. Some say she was a servant, some say she was the daughter of a very wealthy man, but the bottom line is that she wasn't exactly wanted in that household, so she experienced many avers that eventually led her to being unalive and buried or thrown to rot on the tree. These days, it is said that when driving in the area at midnight, some say specifically on a moonless night, the White Lady will appear and will ask for help, either asking a taxi driver or a stranger to take her home. She will sit in the back seat of your car and will eventually disappear. Some say she reappears looking seemingly like she crawled out from 6 feet under at the seat beside you if it's empty. So basically, the moral of the story is maybe get a girlfriend. Another account says that you will find yourself circling around the drive as if you can't get out, and only by praying as you turn your clothes over to the opposite side will be the only way to get out. This is a Filipino way to get rid of the charms of certain enchanters, or what we like to call encanto, specifically a capre or a giant that lives in a big tree, or a tikbala, a half man, half horse that stands upright with a skinny stature, trapping travelers in a circular loop. It is this myth that gave us an idea that Baleta Drive might not only be the home to one malignant being, but maybe even a haven of many. It makes sense because there are tons of balete trees around the area, kind of like a neighborhood of encantos. That's pretty cute to think of, to be honest. Imagine fairies and other stuff just living together in a small community, going all like, oh, let's go to Jeneline's house. They're serving humans for Junjun's birthday. I'm not in the mood for human today, dear, but they say she serves a pretty good sinigang. I'm sure it's not as good as yours. Oh, Bentong, you know how to make me happy. That kind of thing. It's just cute to think of. I know that might be a little twisted, but just imagine like a small community of these kinds of beings just being together. It's cute to think of. Well, whatever it is, we don't really have concrete evidence to support the existence of beings around the area. So we can't outright say that everything is definitely real. However, accounts made by taxi drivers give Baleta Drive a certain charm that will forever be known in history as one of the most haunted places in Metro Manila. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the very first episode of Crime and Fright, Stories of Paranormal and Mysteries of the Philippines, Baleta Drive. See you guys next time. Bye.